Greetings, friends. Welcome to our group garden. Today we meet in the inflow of the energies of the full moon, of the Libra Festival. And as always, at these days leading to the peak of the full moon, we meet in our etheric group space, group garden, to listen together to the sound of the presence. We all know that this year is a special year. In a way, it's a year of a retreat, a vigil, when we, as part of the World Service Group, tune in with the sound of the hierarchy. We tune in our meditation with the hierarchical meditation on the unfolding plan and the purpose. So this is our opportunity to be together as a group, listen together, and inquire the way forward together. Every year around this time, at the time of the Libra Festival, our coordination group begins a retreat that lasts for 6 months till the coming, till the next equinox, when Sun moves to Aries. And so this next month is the time when we reflect on what are the most important topics and what are the most important fields for group focus for us to hold together in the next year, astrological year of 26, 27. And this time we want to invite the community to join us in this retreat process, reflecting together on most important energies and recognitions of their meaning for our community, for humanity, and for the planet altogether. So we will be using the opportunity of each time we meet in the garden around the full moon to listen together what is coming, and thus forming our program of work for the next year. And so today, using the opportunity of this Libra alignment, we will open our group radar to what is coming and what seeks expression at this time. So let us begin. Before we go into alignments, we will build our group Chalice together through the ritual of candle lighting. I invite Katya to share some astrological notes related to this time to help us to tune in with the incoming energies. Over to you, Katya.
Hello, friends. Oh, we are traveling through a lot of intense, meaningful, and significant moments, alignments, and astrological energy. So we're coming on to Libra full moon, but we're still affected by the energy of the eclipses. And this energy of the eclipse carries whatever is happening now, and to make it unfold for the next year, really, which now has 4 great beings that we call Saturn, Neptune, Uranus, and Pluto. They're retrograding. That means they are doing this dance back, allowing us to look deep into what has happened during the past year and see what needs to be adjusted and realigned, that we can reassess and change our fundamental programs, which will be the base of our building of the future. We have a very interesting trine between Sun and Uranus and Pluto. This one hand renovation, renewal, and it's the sign of the air. It's an air trine. And it allows this energy of the sun stimulate those 2 planets. So we can receive this greater power to look deep and reinvent. And at the same time, from what I've heard from British astrologers, there's some extraterrestrial, extra systemic body that is traveling through our system at the moment. And some of them think that it is the most significant presence that helps the opening of the heart center, that works with the energy of the heart center and creates this unique opportunity for the next month, I believe, or 3 months. I'm sorry, I'm not sure. I need to research it more, but at least for the next month, there is a great opportunity to work with the energy of the heart. And one of them suggested even just to stop during the day, and breathe through the heart. So we can breathe through the group heart as well. And through the opening the heart centers of the new group and of humanity, aligning it with the hierarchy and allowing that energy to be of the soul of humanity to really come through the heart. So I suggest we use this opportunity. And as for the moment for humanity of this pause, inner silence, where decision is being made, where to go. The change of direction part is also extremely important, so we can support that as well. So whoever is ready to step on the path of discipleship will be supported with a group love. And intention. I believe the presence of the energy of Saturn is really of importance at the moment, because our collective karma, the patterns according to which we create things and we build things and we believe in things as humanity, can be changed. On October 22nd, Neptune will retrograde back into Pisces, joining Saturn there. So we have this second flow at some point next year of them to come back. So let us be ready, becoming ready, and really meditate and ponder deeply on what we need, what we ask, what we see that needs to change, and report to the hierarchy of the need, about the need within ourselves, within our groups, and for humanity. Thank you. Over.
Thank you, Katya. Quite a program. Thank you for laying it like this for us. Welcome, dear friends. As always, we will proceed with a short ritual that will invite us into our circle gathered in our global garden. As we approach the circle, we will light our candles. We will share what resonates with us these days of Libra Festival as connected with Aries, knowing that each time we step closer into the circle, we build our chalice, our group chalice, from where the light of our group's heart-mind irradiates us here present and all those that are in our group elsewhere for the moment. So here is the light that I'm lighting for the coming of the greater light into this world. I'm calling in from Brussels, Belgium. And Libra these days talks to me about balanced, proportional care to the life of the group, the life of the soul, and to the life of the little self, the personality. It appears to me as necessary to maintain an equilibrium in how these poles progress. It appears to me geometrically even, so if one of the poles is much higher or much lower than the others, then the entire base on which the rest of the structure is built is skewed. So much energy seems to be needed to bring the foundations then back into a stable basis for a further path. Proportion and harmony, says Libra. And on the other side of the wheel, there is this fiery, initiating Aries, impatient to burst into activity. His mind knows where to go, what to do, and let go. So together, they, in my mind's eye, my perception, they provide quite a ride, actually, these two signs together. In a way, the middle path is evoking the poise in the mind. And it's interesting. That's it from me. And now we'll call upon Tomasz. If you please share with us, coming to the circle.
Okay, thank you very much. It's basically I would say that I think you expressed it very nicely. It's always a great pleasure when you can realize and feel what is let's say the topic, or what are the forces of evolution which are coming to you. And I think it's always great to realize the opportunity which is coming there.
Where are you calling from? Will you tell us? Oh,
I think there is problem with
I think this very sign, I think, or the topic which is here, the choosing the way which leads between the two great lines of force. It's a very nice one, because it helps so much to a little bit be to be more aligned and what is happening. And sometimes these forces are really interesting to feel, both I think on different levels, not only personal, but naturally I think seeing it also around. Maybe just one thing to share. I liked a lot as Katya was speaking about the retrograde, which is coming, and these opportunities, because it's interesting. It's exactly what for example, I could feel now, and I think just didn't realize that I'm coming back to work on some parts where I try to connect science and some ageless wisdom parts and get into it. And it's definitely, I think, a great opportunity to think of let's say this retrograde, which helps to maybe rethink some past parts and try to do it a new way. So again, thank you very much, and thank you very much for the opportunity to share it with you. And I pass it over to Alexander, or is it okay, or someone else?
Yeah. Tomasz, you didn't say where you're calling from and what is your name? That, as a way of
Oh,
weaving
sorry, excuse me.
Chalice. Yeah.
Excuse me. Sorry. No. My name's Tomas. I'm from Czech Republic, and currently I'm in Brno, which is a city not far away. It's a wine region close to Austria, still in Czech Republic. Sorry. Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you. And so I will light my candle. And so my name is Alexander, and I'm connecting from Brooklyn, New York, in the United States. And thinking about the qualities of Libra and Aries, it's interesting combination of air and fire. And air supports the fire. Without the fire, without the air, fire would not burn. And so for me, it's about the equilibrium of inner fire and the right action. Because sometimes the inner fire calls for very harsh action, and Libra is the one that actually helps to bring it into, I forgot, there's a beautiful expression related to Libra somewhere in esoteric astrology. It's that think it's about finding that, like, oscillating balance, finding that point of balance before going into action, or should I say, before going into battle for the Lord that Aries calls us for. And I'm passing the flame to Annette.
Thank you. My name is Annette, and I'm calling in from Denmark, and I'm lighting my candle. Libra is for me quiet, finding the inner balance, and finding the inner rhythm to yeah, to go to battle. I think that's a good quote. So thank you. I'm passing the light over to Ben. Thank you.
Hello, this is Ben. I'm in the Bronx, New York. It's the only part of New York City connected to the mainland. So I wave to you, Alexander, on the island of Brooklyn. My lighter, candle. The candle holder has the Holy Mother on it, and it's got a cross, an anchor, and a heart that stand for faith and hope and love. I keep thinking of the Christ, the new group of world servers, the world intergroup, the One Planetary Server, and that difficult one world interbeing. And I think of the creation of the world interbeing, and the sacred planet where we're of one mind. And I think of the other planets, and word of encouragement I always had from a spiritual master who was my teacher, and he said, others have done it, so can you. So can we. And I pass the candle to Judy.
So thank you, Ben. Let me light my candle. Oh. Yeah. So Libra for me is about relationship. I have been pondering that middle way and looking at all the relationships that need that middle way in order to achieve balance. Looking at the new group of world servers as the middle way between hierarchy and humanity. Looking at the Antakarana and the Sutratma as the middle way, bringing balance and a oneness. And in addition to relationship, I've been looking at synthesis because I think Libra relates, but it also is in a position to bring opposites together to synthesize. And so those are focuses that I've been holding. I've been thinking about the middle core as goodwill and what needs to revolve around it, both negative and positive, to come to the center. So it has taken me in many places, really considering Libra, and also knowing that we need to achieve the balance before we can receive the next impulse for the new step in Aries. So thank you. And did I say where I'm from? Probably not. Brewster, Massachusetts, Judy Harrison. And I will call on Andrea.
Hello, everyone. I am Andrea Ross, and I am today in Boston. And Libra for me is really about that interlude. And the interlude is that balance point where you focus on the moment and where I am at this moment. And I have been traveling to family members for a few months, and I have yet a few months to go. And so every day, in many cases, I'm in a new place. And it really helps me to keep the awareness in the moment and with those who are around me in that moment. That balance of Libra to me initially was that seesaw of horizontal, and it is no longer. It is that balance that comes from the up and the down and the up and the down. And it is in that it becomes the Antakarana, because there is this focus to bring light and love into all experience, much varied for me these days. But in that moment, one has the opportunity to become the teachings that we know and to hold that in that space. And what comes from that is joy. And I find of late, the David kingdom is very much in that space with me. And their joy is palpable. And it just becomes that standing in that interlude. And listening with the heart. And I will then not be able to light my candle, because my candle's in Vermont at my desk. So I will illuminate my heart to all of you and to the world. And I will pass this to Claire.
Hello, dear friends. I'm Claire, and I'm in Wellington on the North Island of New Zealand. And like Andrea, I've been traveling with family for the last 6 weeks and turning up present wherever I am, in whatever combination of dearly beloveds. And I don't have a candle with me either today, but I do have my heart, which is very full of light, and I merge my heart with the group heart. And I'm very glad to be with you all today. And as I've been thinking about the mantram for Libra and just pondering it anew, you know how beloved mantrams can become almost too familiar sometimes, that we, well, I speak for myself, that I need to revisit them from a new angle. And what strikes me about the Libra mantra today, in this moment, are the 2 words, I choose. And how those 2 words are a really deep invitation into discernment about the responses that I have, particularly in any situation where there might be conflict or issues of justice or questions of integrity. that I always have a choice to be discerning in how I respond. So I offer that to the group. Much love. Thank you. Sorry, and I pass my light on to Gillian.
Thank you, Claire. I light my light life as it is. It's being a bit obstinate. Oh, it's caught, yeah. I'm illuminated. Libra has made me think of being in harmony with everything and seeing the problems that we face in the world at the moment with the unrest and conflict there is about, and realizing that it is with the people who can remain focused and in harmony with the world that will overcome these problems in time. Thank you. I don't know who's left, actually.
In Katya.
Sorry?
I'm left.
Oh, yeah. Can you go then, Katya? Thanks.
Sure. Okay, and I'm lighting my candle. Very special candle. I was given this creature holding the light of Libra. And I think several important points of Libra. And one of those is just what Andrea was mentioning, is this shift from horizontal into vertical. And when it happens, this opportunity to connect with the third creative hierarchy. And which is our goal as humanity, really. And through this, to bring in the spiritual light, the spirit, the vibrance, the vitality of that into the matter, which is dense and pressed and needs this air, this life, this light, and this consciousness that comes with it. The important triangle for me is this Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. This duality is at work, and the point of balance between this grave tension between the soul and personality, resulting in this life of service and group consciousness in Aquarius. And Libra standing there as a cardinal cross point and the point of return for everybody. This grantor of return of all of us down to the single atom, I guess, on the path of the return. And yes, this sensitivity, this growing sensitivity to will, because again, it's also a point of connection with Shambala. This will to love and not to wither. Thank you. Over. Back to you. Sasha or Daniela.
Back to you, Alexander.
Thank you. So through this ritual of candlelight, in the ritual of fire, we strengthen our connection and preparing to stand as a group together in our group meditative service now. So I invite us now to turn off our videos and hold in inner connection, enter into meditative space. And Claire, if you could please bring the slides back, and there will be a short musical interlude leading us into meditation. And I'll just remind that this is the meditation is a technique of the presence, adaptation from the book Glamour, A World Problem. And it's the meditation that's been adopted by Steve Nation and Barbara Valacour and been practiced for many years at the Lifebridge group. We recognize the presence of the group chalice, the group heart. We expand the radiance of the group heart with the radiance of our individual hearts. And from this point of group balance, we begin our work. We visualize the group Antakarana, relating our group heart to the heart of the spiritual hierarchy, the Christ. The group rainbow bridge. Through an act of group will, we intensify our group vibration. to cross this bridge, taking our stand on the periphery of the great ashram. We recognize and acknowledge the inflow of extrasystemic energies emanating from the sign of Libra. We evoke this stage of tension. The tension is brought about by complete control of the personal self, so that it is fitted for contact with the real. As a group, we achieve a state of fusion with the group soul or with the angel, which guards the approach to the path of the higher evolution. We hold the group mind steady in the light of the group soul. The point of tension is to be held by the soul and not by an effort of the personality. This is the attitude of the lower self for the entire remaining period of work. As a group, we make an effort to sense the presence throughout the universe, not theoretically, but in vibrating response to its existence. See in the light which the angel radiates the point of light behind all phenomenal appearances, the germ or seed of divinity in all forms and in all presentations of truth. As the greater light of the group soul becomes focused like a radiant sun, it reveals the stupendous vision of the presence. In alignment with the hierarchy, we attempt to ascertain the purpose, seeking expression through form at any particular point in the evolutionary cycle. Identify the triple light of the intuition, formed by a blend in the light of the personal group self, focused in the mind, the light of the group soul, focused in the angel, and the universal light which the presence emits. Group's mind, group soul, and the universal light. Now, here is some world problem or some design which the mind has evolved or the heart has desired for the helping of humanity, bringing it into this triple light of the intuition. Relinquish the highway. Return to the group angel, refocusing in the soul. Pause for constructive thinking under the influence of the angel. Turn the mind to the formulation of those forms of thought which must embody the revelation. Pause. This is the pause preceding presentation. The revelation is presented and precipitated into the world of illusion, where it undergoes a fiery ordeal. Some of the fire within that which is revealed wings its way back to the source from whence it came. Some of it serves to destroy the revealer, and some to burn those who recognize the revelation. The revelation succumbs to the prevailing illusion. descends into the world of glamour and subsequently disappears as a revelation, emerging as a doctrine. But in the meantime, humanity has been helped and led forward. The intuitives continue work, and the inflow of that which is to be revealed never ceases. From the point of light within the mind of God, let light stream forth into the minds of men. Let light descend on earth. From the point of love within the heart of God, let love stream forth into the hearts of men. May Christ return to earth. From the center where the will of God is known, let purpose guide the little wills of men, the purpose which the masters know and serve. From the center, which we call the race of men, let the plan of love and light work out, and may it seal the door where evil dwells. Let light and love and power restore the plan on earth. We have now time to share our impressions, recognitions, and revelations. I can share my impression, one of my impressions. It's not just the impression of this meditation, but it's, I recognize that it's a question that's been with me for a while now, and especially now I've been active under the energy of Libra. The question is, how much light is enough? And can there be too much light? As meditating groups invoke light, I think it's something for us to consider, that how much light humanity can absorb safely without destroying itself, destroying the form. And at this meditation, a symbol came that Libra is, besides other things, is the symbol of Libra is very historically very adequate for pharmacy. And that's when the medicine is being given to a patient, it was weighted on a scale. So it's a question of right proportion and balance of how much light humanity can absorb and use for transmutation of own karma at any particular moment of evolutionary process.
So, since you opened the door, Alexander, to the idea of this meditation being linked with our thoughts and meditations over time, I'd like to share in that vein. I too have been thinking about light because we all try to bring light to humanity. And it struck me that there is a segment that is not ready to receive light. And then in a flash, I got an impression. It was really like an impulse because I wasn't thinking of it. And I understood that when Christ returns, he is returning as the one initiator. When I've read in the past, it's that we need to be at a place where things are so devastating. And then we read the converse where we have to be ready to receive. And the thought that he is the initiator of the first initiation, that his job is to basically open the door so more light can be received. And that when he comes as the initiator for all those who even have an inkling of light to be ready to walk through that first door. So that then when hierarchy descends, there will be a readiness to receive light in a way that they can't receive it now. So that was the first impulse that came. A second, when I was preparing for the alignment that I was doing with my group today, I received the idea that in 2025, there was a new covenant made between Christ and hierarchy. And that new covenant was that they are no longer the army of the Lord, which is a very sixth ray and militaristic concept. And we even used it today in terms of battles and so on. But rather, hierarchy now, and all of us that are working with hierarchy, are the architects of Christ and the artists of Christ. And when it came, I realized that the architects, we are here to help bring about a new plan, to reimagine, if you will, and that's the seventh ray energy is to be the architects, and it's the fourth ray coming in, that it's the artist, to bring the idea of beauty, to bring the fourth ray, so we're looking more at harmony. It was a reworking of how we work with the Christ. And so those pieces came up certainly in this meditation, where the idea that we need to stand on a shared idea or principle and to build from there. That was a piece that really resonated within this meditation. So thank you.
If I may share shortly as well, thank you very much, Judith, for sharing that. As you mentioned, the reappearance of Christ back, I think there is also some kind of longer term thought, which I have the understanding of the reappearance of Christ. The feeling is that it will happen. It will not happen with a physical reappearance. That it will happen in our hearts and minds. And basically that it means the change of our approach, which is very much, I think, for me, in tune what you just said.
From battle to balance. Yeah. It's interesting to me that as much as I also see this fourth ray incoming as a greatest opportunity to restart, renew this path of artistry, but also craft, like as a way of expression, handcraft, something that carries this essential energy of the person creating it. And I also see that this part of the fourth ray, which is from conflict, through conflict to harmony, is going to be very much there. But I agree, it is the change in the way this battle is perceived. But it very much depends, I believe, on humanity's capacity to work with the opposites, with the pair of opposites, which in its turn very much puts the pressure or the task on the disciples to really successfully work with the pairs of opposites. see this one pointedness, oneness of the cross, this middle energy that just manifests in four ways, but essentially is one energy. And also our ability how to perceive conflict as a manifestation of different sides of the same. Not something utterly good or utterly bad, but really this synthesis manifested on the surface. Give it volume again. Give it multitude and this presence of loving energy as a constant, this vital livingness as a constant. And then there is enough energy not to create a solution and not to squeeze the solution out of the life of the other. So it is it's a lot of work ahead of us. And yeah, well, thank you.
It's interesting to think of when harmony and conflict meet each other and what will result, which I would imagine is a situation that has happened on the boat trying to reach Gaza with aid, now that the Israelis have raided it. I would think one side is putting in the extremities, and I would imagine that the other side is probably trying to maintain its harmony. Harmony must be spread further than between two people or two countries or anything like that. It must be spread out into the cosmos, because ultimately it will be necessary for all planets to be harmonious between each other. And so we're at the beginning of something very important.
Thank you, friends. Let us continue holding the tension of the group receptivity. And as we prepare for the peak of the full moon tomorrow, or some of us after tomorrow, late at night, let us hold our group channel open and the group chalice receptive. Now let us close our meeting today, radiating our impressions and the light that we received toward humanity by sounding the mantra of light.
Mantram of the light. Radiance we are, and power. We stand forever with our hands stretched out, linking the heavens and the earth, the inner world of meaning, and the subtle world of glamour. We reach into the light and bring it down to meet the need. We reach into the silent place and bring from thence the gift of understanding. Thus, with the light we work and turn the darkness into day. Om. Thank you, friends, for this blessed time together. Been so appreciating sitting together in the sacred quiet, listening as we inquire the way together. So blessings on your way, on our way, and we will farewell each other with the Gayatri by Tina Malia. Much love. We might turn on our videos now and say goodbye. Don't hear the music.
suara tak sabitu varenya pagu devasya dimahi dio yona racho